filling trailers. I saw this property quite often because it's across the street from Walmart, which is kind of like a truck stop right over there, and there's an M Best in here. So now I just need to figure out which way to. Where do we go to look? Yeah, but the sign over there said, at first I wanted to turn into the main thing, and then they said, no, all trucks go to southwest entrance. I guess this is it. Oh, we're gonna ask this guy over here. How's it going? Hey, where do I pick up? I'm picking up two RGNs stacked on top of each other for Canada.
You know what color?
I think they're red.
Red? Two big ones?
Yeah, for boilers. For a boiler.
Yep. They're on the, you go through the gates down here, up to the left at the end here.
Okay.
I believe you should see them down there.
And somebody...
That's the last time I saw them.
What do I do about the paperwork?
You probably have to walk up to the front office. Or else you can drive straight up there right away.
Okay, like the main building, right?
Yep, the new one up here.
Okay.
Through the front doors up there.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you see the big sign. That's what you're looking for. See, it says freight. Inbound, outbound freight. Check in at building 3. Check in and building 3. Roger that. Oh yeah, those are, I can see that. Because what they did is they sent me a picture, so I know it's these ones on the left. But where's building 3? Building 10. And they're not secured. Good thing that I have my chains with me. Okay, hold on. We're gonna stop the video because I need to go find somebody, because I cannot just take the trailers, right? I need somebody's okay. You know what? I think I'm gonna call it a day. I wanted to drive for a couple of hours, but I feel so tired because for some reason I didn't sleep very well, and I got up at 5 o'clock local time, which is not too bad. It's 6 o'clock my time, so but still somehow it felt so early, and I was driving like forever in the darkness, in a destruction zone, construction. And that's what we have. So basically what they're doing is, this is of course on the other side of the, where are we? There's 94 in there. On the other side of the freeway, that's the failing trailers. Failing. Actually it's pretty popular in Canada, but mostly in Western Canada, because if you shoot straight north you can reach Manitoba and then Saskatchewan, you know, Alberta. But I think actually once I tried to get a quote when I was looking for my 55-ton trailer, because I saw these guys here. You know, I often stop at this Walmart over here, and when you go back on the freeway to go east towards Chicago, I often see those trailers, you know. And I was wondering, wait a second, these guys make all these, pretty much they make all types of trailers, small trailers, you know, like a pickup truck trailers, then big trailers, custom trailers. But I think I used a guy from Western Canada, but his quote was like out of this world. You know, Fontaine from US also, it was much cheaper, right? that 55-ton drop side rail that I also found myself in the States, right? And so what this is, as you can see, this is not an RGN. This is what they call a double drop, right? So there's no, you cannot separate the neck, and it's basically a double drop because there's two drops, right? One is here and one is there, and kind of like step deck, right? Step deck is sometimes is known as drop deck but you only have one drop, so it's like a single drop trailer, whereas this one has two drops. But these you know, you can buy this, like you can buy a double drop trailer, but they're not very popular because you're limited. You cannot do any machinery, right? So if you're buying a double drop trailer, might as well buy the one with this where you can disconnect the neck, right? Like even mechanical, you know, mechanical RGN. But technically speaking, that's where the confusion is between DD, double drop, and RGN. RGN, it's a removable gooseneck where you can separate. Double drop, it's like this, where you cannot separate. But most brokers, they just have no clue what they're talking about. And when they say double drop, what they mean is they mean a RGN, but with a big deck in here. You know, like my trailer is what they call low boy, right? Because we only do pretty much machinery. Like I have no deck in the front, and I can load something in the back, but I don't even have any surface in there. It's hard to load something, right? And so what most brokers understand when they say double drop, it's like something where you can load a whole bunch of skids on the front, you can load a bunch of stuff in here and a bunch of stuff in there, but it's still removable. Whereas actually, theoretically, the correct way to call that kind of trailer, it's still RGM. It's just that it has full decks, right? But basically what this is, this one, as you see, it's super wide. It's wider than my truck, so that's why I have all the flags and signs. And it's going to Canada, and then it's coming back here, because it's going to Canada to a custom place. Sorry for the wind. It's going to Canada to a custom place where they're going to install a boiler. Like these trailers, my paperwork says, are designed specifically to carry a boiler. So it's going to be welded. It's not going to be removable. It's going to be welded. I think they said somewhere here, like this big plate in here and the big plate in the front. So they're going to be a big boiler in here. And I think once I did something like this, you know, it was actually no, except that was from Toronto, but it was also like a big red trailer. And I did a video about this. I was still with that company as an owner operator, and I had a Mack truck. And but basically it's going to be like a very big tank in here, you know, all kinds of, it's going to be very tall. And I told these guys, I said, hey, you know, if you want me to bring it back, because I'm in Ontario, right? I'm like a few hours away from Montreal, because that's where it's going. So with this one I'm going to Montreal. And one interesting thing about this, and that's just to show you that, and you can never have enough education as an engineer. Like, you see anything weird about this trailer? So we got aluminum rims, nice stickers, right? Everything is new. We got 5 lights on the side. 5. Turn signal, 5 lights. Now, and 5 lights here. Now, a tricky question. How many D-rings do you think each trailer has? Anyone? I'll tell you how many. 2. Each trailer has 2 D-rings in the very back where the wheels are. So, and that's why I had to secure. This is the only way for me to secure it, because they didn't tell me that it would not be strapped down. So I'm lucky that I brought my chains, because I was using them for that salvage stuff. But because of that, I gotta be very careful not to damage it, right? So I did this, put a blanket in there and I wrapped it like this. So I don't know. But so those two D-rings are in the back on this trailer, and of course on this one they're in the top, but I cannot use them. See, they're right, one is over there, one is over here on the top. I cannot use them because this plate, you know, I don't want to damage it. Like, I could put a hook in there, but first of all it's gonna be like a wrong angle like this, you know, pulling that way. So I'm gonna be like, one tricky thing about this is that you gotta keep an eye on these legs in here. See these legs? I'm gonna clean them up, but I'm really a bit worried about this. But the worst thing that can happen is that if I see that they're moving, I'm gonna drop this, and I'll put these over here, because see this? They will be much better if the whole trailer was sitting on this as opposed to that, because these are not very strong, you know. They see, they bend and stuff like that. So a bit of a tricky load, but you know, brand new. So if you are into heavy haul trailers, check out Felling.com, which are located right here in Sauk Center, Minnesota.